Hey there, my name is Drew Brashler, and in this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to utilize the show function of the Behringer X32 for your Christmas service that's coming up later in December. If you're brand new to my channel, I'm all about helping you feel more confident in your production gear no matter where you're starting from. So let's go ahead and dive in. Now, all of us have Christmas or a large event coming up just right around the corner, and you can utilize the show function of the Behringer X32 to organize your scenes and your snippets together to be able to go in a single flow from top to bottom. And this can be super beneficial for you. So what I have here is I just have a simple scene pulled up, and I just saved this right after our rehearsal, and I have saved this into my scene. So I went ahead and pressed save, and we have saved this, and I feel really good about this. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start loading this into a show, and then I'm going to add in a couple fader changes with my songs so that I can just flow things one thing at a time. So I'm going to go and pull up my scenes by pressing a view, and depending on the way that you have your board set up, it will either pull up on cues, scenes, or snippets. And you can change that by going to your setup, tabbing over to config, and we can go and see what show view is set to. And so we can actually utilize this second rotary knob, and we can rotate all the way over here. And if we press view on our scenes section and we want it to pull up on the cues, for instance, after we make this show, we're definitely going to want this. So I'm going to press that, so set on that. If I want it to pull up on the scenes section, then I would go ahead and select scenes, and I would press set. Snippets, I would select snippets and then press set. But in this case, we're wanting to have it select our cues. And that way, when I press view, it's going to pull up my cues up here. So now that I'm here, I can page over to my scenes, and we can see that I have my Christmas scene saved here. So what I want to do is I'm going to start a show. So I'm going to go ahead and go here, and I'm going to save a new show here. So I'm going to press add cue, and I'm going to title this, and this is going to be titled Christmas. Okay, so I'm going to press save. Now, just by saving this cue, didn't actually save anything other than the name and my cue number. So if I actually want to add something to this, I need to do that here in my scenes or my snippets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my highlight on my Christmas Q1, and I'm going to go and select my Christmas scene, which is saved on 40. Now, if I go ahead and pull down a bunch of these faders, and I then press go on this, this is going to load this Q1, which is associated with my scene 40. So I'm going to press confirm. And now we have loaded my Christmas scene related to my Q1 here. Now, I'm at the beginning of my service, and I'm wanting to have everything muted. So I'm going to make a snippet that has all of these things muted. Rather than going back to my original Christmas scene, I'm just going to create a snippet and have it mute all of my band. And so the main difference between a scene and a snippet is a snippet allows us to specify what we want it to save and load. And a scene takes a snapshot of the entire board, all the routing, all the gains, all the head amps, all the EQs, fader positions, etc. It's going to load and save everything in a scene, whereas a snippet, I can specify parameters that I want it to save and recall. So for instance, with this one, I'm going to have it save the mute. And I am going to select all of my channels and my auxes. Actually, I'm just going to select this whole thing, as well as my DCAs. So now that I have these things selected, what I need to do now is actually go mute those things, because this is just going to save what I currently have on my mixer. So I'm going to go and mute all of my channels here. and go through my DCAs, mute those, and I have these. Now, because I have some of my DCAs, there we go. Perfect. Wonderful. So there is all of those channels, and my auxes as well as my effects are muted as well because those are controlled by my DCAs. So what I can now do is I can press save, and I'm going to call this all mute. So ALL space. Okay, and I'm going to press save. And so now this has saved the mute of all of these channels. So now that I have this all mute set, I'm going to add it to my first cue. So I'm going to tab over to cues, and I am going to load my snippet all mute. So what this is going to do is when I press go, this is going to load my Christmas scene and my first snippet, which has all mute set. However, if I was to just load my Christmas scene, it doesn't have anything muted. So I can unmute some of these things to give you an example. And let's unmute a couple more. Okay, so when I load this scene, it's going to load my Christmas scene and my snippet of all mute. So I can press go, confirm, and we have loaded the scene as well as the snippet slightly after, which made my entire board muted. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to pull up my fader settings for my song 1. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute the board of all of the channels that I have in this first song. Now my song 1 is led by vocal 1, and my other background singers are just backup. And we're going to go ahead and unmute my drums, and we will leave our pastors, and we have our vocal and instrument effects set. So this is my setting that I have for my song 1. So I'm going to go over to Snippets, and I'm going to go over to my snippet 1, and I'm going to choose what I want to save and have loaded whenever I pull up this snippet. So I'm going to go ahead and select my fader pan and my mute, because I want all of my fader settings and my mute settings saved in this snippet. The next thing I'll do is I'll go ahead and select all my channels and all of my auxes and then my 8 DCAs. Okay, so I'm going to save this, and we're going to title this Song 1. And save. My next song has vocal 3 leading, along with vocal 5. So they are co-leading this song. And this song requires a little bit more bass and a lot more keys, and much less drums. So we're going to pull down our drum mix here. And we are now ready to save our song 2. And so I'm going to go down to my snippet 2, and I'm going to select my fader pan and my mute settings for all of my channels, my auxes, and my 8 DCAs. Now, once I've done that, I can go ahead and press save, and we will title this song 2. So we have all mute, song 1, and song 2. Now let's go over to cues, and we can add in our song 1s and our songs 2s here. So we can go and add a cue. So we're going to add cue 2, and this is going to be titled Song 1. We can press save. Now, this song 1 is not loading a new scene. However, if I wanted to load a new scene, I could. But all I'm changing is my fader settings that we've saved in our snippet that had song 1. So here we go. There's song 1. Now what I'm going to do is add my song 2. And we're going to add a cue. This is going to be cue 3. And we're going to remove all this text, and we're going to put song 2. Okay, so we have our song 2 saved in our cue list, and I'm going to go and select my song 2 on the snippet. Now, in my song 2, I have a guitar solo, and I'm wanting to nail the fader level as well as my panning settings on this guitar solo every single time and nail it at the specific dB level that I wanted to have it set to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tab over to Snippets. I'm going to go to my electric guitar, and I'm going to adjust my panning settings. So I'm actually going to pan this so that it is dead center. So my left is going to center, and my right is also going to center. So we can see that my left and my right on my guitar 1 are panned center. I'm then going to take this and put it all the way up to +7. That's where it sounded great. So I have set my panning settings and my fader settings of my electric guitar 1, which is on channels 1 and 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to save this. So I'm going to go and pull up my snippets, go to an empty snippet here. I'm going to select my fader and pan settings, and this is going to be on channel 1 and 2 only, because that's the only channels that I'm wanting to recall in this snippet. And once I've done that, I can press save, and we're going to call this electric guitar solo. And we can press save. So if I load this snippet, it will bring the panning of my guitar to center and boost it all the way up to 7. Now, the only downside of snippets on the Behringer X32 is there is no crossfade time. So if I recall this snippet, it is going to load all the parameters that are saved in this snippet instantly. So there is no fading of this snippet. It's all instant, which is one downside of the way that snippets are programmed on the Behringer X32. Just keep that in mind when you're loading this. If you're going to load it right before he starts playing for his solo. So let's go over to cues, and we're going to add this as a 3.1. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to being, instead of adding Q4, I'm going to add 3.1. So I'm going to go ahead and add this, and we're going to call this guitar solo. And we can press save. Now, this guitar solo is actually going to be from snippet 3. Now, after this guitar solo is done, I'm wanting to recall the settings for my guitarist only to kind of circumvent what I did with this guitar solo, but I'm not wanting to adjust any of the rest of my mix, because at this point I'm mid-song and I'm not wanting to recall all of my original settings from my song 2. I'm just wanting to recall the settings from this guitar from the beginning of the song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to my snippets, and I'm going to select song 2, and I'm going to press load. And it's going to reload all my settings, but in this case, my guitar has my panning set back to left and right. So what I can do now is I can go and save a new snippet with just channel 1 and 2 with the fader and pan. There we go. With the fader and pan for channel 1 and 2. So I'm going to go ahead and press save, and this is going to be after electric guitar solo. So we have now saved that. So if I go and load this snippet, it will bring it up, and we can see that my panning is at 0 and right in the center. And then if I go and load my snippet 4, it has brought the faders of these two down and changed the panning. However, one thing to note is it didn't adjust any of the rest of the board. So if I'm to go and change all of these, and I go and load my snippet 3, it's brought those up. Load my snippet 4, it brought these down. It didn't adjust any of the rest of these faders because in this snippet, I didn't scope any of the rest of the channels. So let's go back over to cues, and I'm going to add a 3.2, and we're going to press add cue, and this is going to be after guitar solo. And we can press save. So this is after guitar solo, and we are going to pull up our snippet 4. And the very last thing is we need to pull up our mix that we have for our last song, our song 3. And this is going to be pretty simple. We're just going to have our vocal 2 leading. And this is actually just acoustic guitar and keys. So there's no drums. In fact, let's go ahead and mute the drums, so we don't have those in, as well as the guitars. And we have our acoustic, our keys, and our 6 vocals, and this is now all set. I'm ready to go ahead and save this. So let's go over to Snippets, and we'll go to Snippet 5, and we're going to save the fader and pan and mute of all of our channels, as well as all of the auxes and our DCAs. And we're going to save this as song 3. And we can press save. So we'll go back over to our cues, and we are going to add a cue 4, and this is going to be song 3. And we can press save, and we can pull up our snippet for song 3. The very last thing is after this song is done, I need to mute all of the board. So I am going to mute all of the board and then get ready for my pastor to come walk up on stage to give the message. So I'm going to add another cue, cue 5, and we're going to call this all mute. And we can actually go and pull up our first snippet that we made that was the all mute snippet. And so at this point, we have our full show. So I can go all the way back up, and because I have my cues being controlled from my scenes here, I can actually use the go, previous, and next, and undo buttons of this scene control section. So I can go ahead and press go, and I can then press confirm. Now, if we don't want to have that confirm pop up there every single time, you can go to setup, and you can go to pop-up preferences and turn off scene load. So if we go and navigate over to scene load, uncheck this box. Now, if I'm to change everything about this and unmute some stuff, there we go. And if I'm to go over to my scenes and pull up my Christmas scene 1 here, Q1, and I press go, it's not going to have the pop-up anymore. So now we are ready for Christmas, and the band all of a sudden moved song 1 and song 3 and flipped the order. So instead of changing your cues around, what we can actually do is we can go change our snippets. So I can go and select my song 1, and on my snippet, I'm just going to select that to be song 3. And down here on my song 3, I'm just going to rotate this to be song 1. So now we have just, in essence, changed all of our settings over and flipped those 2 cues very simply. And so let's go and now actually have our Christmas service. So we can press go, and we can pull up song 1, and we can press go. There's my song 1, which again was song 3 because it was the vocals and the acoustic guitar and the keys, but nothing else. And then we have our song 2 coming up. We can press go, and that's our full band. And then we have our guitar solo coming up. And after the guitar solo is done, boom. And then we have our song 3. And then we have the all mute for the pastor coming out. And now I can pull up my pastor and unmute him. So this is one way of utilizing the show portion of the Behringer X32, because you can add in multiple snippets, multiple scenes into this show and be able to recall a bunch of different things. So if you had multiple bands that you had needing to load, you can actually add in multiple scenes. So I could add in a scene of Christmas Band 2 and have all of the preamp settings and EQ settings and everything different. And then I can just simply make new snippets to pull up my song 1, song 2, and song 3 for my next band. And I can just add all of those things into this cue stack. And then, of course, if something changes, all we have to do is just move our snippets around, and we can keep our cue list the same, rather than having to move and save and load all of the different scenes or snippets in those different menus. I hope this video was helpful for you today. If you do happen to have any questions, or if there's a video that you're hoping that I would make, please post that in the comment section down below, as I'm always reading through those comments to find videos that are going to be helpful for you. If you haven't already, make sure to check out my blog at drewbrashler.com. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a great Christmas and have a lot of fun mixing your services. Thank you so much.